to appeal, if at the end of the day, it gets you nothing. But again, on our end, we don't have the luxury of just simply giving up. We have to keep doing it because they're not going to. All right? But that's what happens.
Can I make a comment on this, what you just said? Excuse me. We are analyzing communities and putting labels on Hispanics, African Americans, Jews, or whatever. I think the biggest, our challenge is to challenge our media. Because what happens, that if you, for 4 years, bombarded, vilifying one person who really cares about this nation, people, I speak to my children, I say, why did you vote for Biden? Because it was not Trump. Had no, and my people are educated, they analyze it, and they're bombarded, and everyone, it just, all this, all the deplorables, everything. That's why it is a taboo to vote for Republican. We have to do maybe more work with the media and start educating communities.
Right.
And we're at a tough time because it was one thing to know that the media was biased and they would dictate the narrative. But at least we still had our voice. Now we've gotten to the point with big tech that we not only do they dictate the narrative, but now they have the power also to silence the opposition. It's a very strange time. I never thought living in this country we would ever see that. I remember getting booted from, I actually was commenting on some post someone put on Facebook, and literally what I wrote was, how wonderful that you two who disagree can have a civil conversation. And then I got an alert saying I was suspended from saying things until after the inauguration, I guess. And I'm going, why? Because I violated community standards. What community standards? It was never given.
Yeah.
Just one day, all of a sudden, I was able to post again. And I'm going, I don't even post things on groups. And I have never created a group. And if anything, I was posting on my college literary society, my debate society, where they said, it was great where one leftist and one right-wing person were having this great conversation, and we're able to talk civilly, which is such a rare thing to do nowadays. It's so rare to be able to do that. I mean, it's great for one side to say, I believe that the Russians stole the election for 5 years, and now actually be shown that that was all, that actually was a conspiracy theory, that was all a hoax manufactured. But yet, if you say, you know, because, you know, I live in New York City and I've worked in politics, and I know sometimes dead people do vote. And, you know, the voter rolls are not necessarily clean. And when you're collecting petitions, sometimes people will cut corners and just sign everybody's name. Because you know this, you're not saying this from some point of craziness. But then if you mention even the slightest thing like that, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're a nut, you're crazy. Not only should you be banned, you should be fired from your job. We shouldn't be able to open a bank account. All these things. This is what we're seeing right now.
And the funny thing is that they called our 45th president a Putin puppet for a long time. And nobody said, well, this is fictitious information.
You know, Paul,
One more question. Okay.
Mitt Romney, who I don't particularly like, said it best. He said 47% of the people who vote pay no taxes at all. So they don't care. They don't care about waste. Let the 53% of the people who pay taxes, let them worry about it. That's their thinking. So this is what
and you know what's disconcerting, that when you see those roving people who go into like Harvard or Princeton or just any college and ask people basic questions about the country, current events, the Constitution, and they have absolutely no clue and don't care. And I'm going, right now, if you go to a private school or let's say a state school, but you're out of state, you could be paying $50,000 to $70,000 a year. Shouldn't you even know who the vice president of the country is, or something basic like who the president is, and like they show you the picture, who it, things of that nature. This is what we have to overcome.
But they don't know very well about critical race theory or whatever. critical areas.
So what can we all do to get you elected?
We spend a lot of time on TikTok, that's
So now what do we have to do to get you elected?
Tell your friends, tell your family, go out.
Family.
Tell your friends, tell your
Friends and
family.
family plan. Tell
I
them
don't
all.
have friends.
And on election
your
day,
enemy.
I'm
Make friends and tell them.
I'm voting for controller, so vote in column C. That's where you'll find me.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Would you do a quick picture? Larry, just
And then that we have to do.
send it on.
We do, very good. Yes, you can, yes, no problem.
Hold on.
Okay, thank you, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, actually, do a first one-on-one.
Hello.
Tell me when you're ready.
Oh, hold on, hold on.
Yeah, shut that off.